Hey there! Welcome back to Mega Man Powered Up. Previously, the Blue Bomber managed to get through New Style mode without taking so much as a single scratch. While I can't say the same's going to happen in the Old Style mode, let's just get it underway and have some fun. Now, there is going to be stage voting for this part of the project. However, as you can see, there is no intro stage. After all, this is basically Mega Man 1. So, I get first pick, and I am going to be taking the bot with the recognizable rear himself. Yes, Gutsman. Let's get this project underway, big guy. Eh? Now, the cool thing about Mega Man Powered Up's Old Style mode is that we're not playing a port here, but rather, as you can see, a recreation of the original Mega Man on the NES using Mega Man Powered Up's assets. I think that's a pretty neat touch. In fact, maybe I shouldn't say it's more like an NES deal than a Super Game Boy one with the borders we have on the sides. Anyway, let's just see how it goes, and you can see it's going okay, even though we're at the toughest stretch of the level in the Gutsman rails. It's okay as long as you hang on the right half of that platform for that last jump. Because let's face it, once you cross that Gutsman rail section, you've pretty much gotten through all the trouble there is to it in this stage. Go figure. The thing you might be noticing right now is that enemies have their NES level of health, so to speak. In other words, the Pikmin here take 10 shots as opposed to 5 in New Style. And yes, that means the big eye near the end of the stage is going to take his default 20. Another thing of note is that since we're using Powered Up's physics here, it's much easier to get the 1-up below than it is in the NES version. You can do it in the NES one, but trust me when I say it's kind of tricky. There's our friend the Big Eye. But again, with Powered Up's assets and gameplay style, it's a lot easier to punch in 20 hits on him than it is in the NES mode. Plus, he's still a little slower. Even better, just 90 seconds in when we've already made it to the boss shutter, and yes, enemies are in here just like they were in the NES game. Again, like I said, it's a recreation, and I kind of dig it. And speaking of digging, let's go fight our first boss, who does the digging for us, even though we don't want him to. Gutsman's in, and he's not too big of a threat. The only thing you have to watch out for is when he jumps straight up while he has a block in his hand. Because it's then that it'll toss it right at you. As long as you got room like we do in this fight right now, we're not going to have too many issues. You might also notice that we're not playing a one-to-one recreation here because there are supposed to be blocks on the left side of the room. Still, I actually think this makes it easier for us because this gives us more space to fight him. And sure enough, he's only down to 1 hit left anyway, and will we get a mid-air finish? You know it. So long, Gutsman.
And of course, in this deadly game of Rochambeau, Rock would defeat a bigger Rock because, after all, ours is equipped with a Mega Buster. Go figure. Yeah, I did this stage a couple times just to make sure I'd get a no-hit clear in. It's the only one I'm going to go out of my way for. But with our first Robot Master down, we are returned to the stage select screen. And, well, this is where Mega and I aren't in control of our own destiny anymore because it's up to you to tell me where we're going to go next. Because we have 5 Robot Masters left, and they are Cut, Elec, Ice, Fire, and Bomb Man. I want you to vote for one of them, and when you do, I will go and play it, because that's just kind of how this democracy thing works.